If you are completely new to editing, staring at a timeline filled with thousands of buttons can feel like trying to fly a commercial airplane. But here is the secret. You do not need to master every single tool to create professional, high-quality videos. I have distilled the entire editing process down into 3 practical stages so you can start creating with speed and confidence. Hi, I am Sam, and I have been editing for years. This is exactly the guide I wish someone had handed me on my very first day. First, you need to select your primary editing software because while tools like DaVinci Resolve, Premiere, and Final Cut all have their unique strengths, they serve the same core purpose. However, if your main goal is to efficiently turn long videos into engaging social media clips, you should absolutely consider using a tool like Vizard. Vizard is a game changer because it automatically hunts for the best moments within your long footage and transforms them into ready-to-share clips without any manual effort. It is not a replacement for manual editing if you are a perfectionist, but it is an incredible time saver for creators who need to maintain a consistent posting schedule. Before you even touch your footage, you must organize your files by creating a dedicated project folder for every single episode. Keep all your raw video, audio, screen recordings, and assets in one place. And if you are running low on space, edit directly from a fast external solid-state drive. Pro tip, put each camera angle or recording session into its own subfolder so that your workspace stays predictable and clean. Every project you take on will follow the same 3-stage flow: the rough cut, the fine cut, and the final cut. Stage 1 is the rough cut, which is where you strip away the fluff to build the skeleton of your story. The goal of this stage is simple: remove the dead air and filler words while assembling your usable footage into the correct, logical order. You really only need to learn a few basic tools: moving, trimming, ripple deleting, and zooming in or out of your timeline. Using keyboard shortcuts is a massive productivity booster, as it prevents you from having to manually fiddle with the blade tool for every single cut. If you want to skip the manual labor entirely, upload your long video into Vizard. Let it scan the content, and it will suggest the best moments for you automatically. Now let's move to stage 2, the fine cut, where you really start to craft the rhythm and layer in your secondary visuals. This is where you fix minor timing issues, like ensuring that cuts land exactly on the beat to keep the video feeling tight and professional. If you have too many awkward jump cuts, a simple trick is to slightly zoom or reposition your image to make the transition feel intentional. For B-roll, drop your clips on a higher track than your main video, as anything placed on top effectively hides what is underneath. Keep your text and branding simple by using just 1 or 2 consistent templates throughout the entire video rather than designing something new every time. Audio levels are also critical here, so aim for your dialogue to peak consistently around -10 decibels so the viewer never has to fight the volume. If you used Vizard to create a batch of short clips, use this fine cut stage to merge the pieces that fit best and add context to create a cohesive episode. Finally, we reach stage 3, the final cut, which is where you polish the project with music, color adjustments, and a final export. I usually wait until the very end to add music because if you loop the same track while editing, you will get tired of it and lose perspective. Color correction does not have to be scary. Just lift your shadows, pull down your highlights, and add a touch of saturation to make the skin tones look natural. Once everything is polished, choose a preset that matches your platform, name your file correctly, and hit that export button. This is another area where Vizard excels, as it can auto-create platform-optimized versions and even handle the scheduling for you. While full software like Premiere or Resolve is powerful, they can sometimes be overkill for creators who need to output social content on a daily basis. Vizard sits in that perfect middle ground, understanding your long-form content well enough to find those viral moments without the manual hunt. I still recommend keeping a full editor in your toolkit, using Vizard for the heavy lifting and then bringing the best clips over for your final polish. Before you hit publish, run through your quick checklist: organized files, synced audio, trimmed fluff, fixed levels, and final color tweaks. If you want to level up, stop worrying about learning every single button and instead focus on nailing these 3 core stages. Consistent editing makes you fast, and when you combine that with tools that automate the boring tasks, you free up so much energy for storytelling. Give Vizard a try to find the moments you would otherwise spend hours hunting for, and let it automate the scheduling so you can spend your time being creative. Practice this 3-stage flow a few times, and you will see both your speed and your quality improve drastically in no time. I've also included a downloadable pack of keyboard shortcuts and a workflow template below to help you shave hours off your future edits. Keep creating, trust the process, and remember that even if day 1 feels messy, you are building the skills that will make you a pro.